Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson. We're going to talk about Pride today. Happy Pride. And this topic is a little bit loaded. We're going to talk about why I don't think Pride is the right response to society and how we may want to rethink our idea of Pride. And I don't mean the event itself. I mean the concept that's underlying Pride. The idea that we should be proud of our identities. That is what we're going to talk to you about. That's what we're going to talk about, right? So, have you thought about this in your own identity and how you work in the world? Have you felt like there's pressure on you to be a certain way and that you don't feel like you fit in that way? And so having pride around your identity can make you feel more empowered. How does it make you feel? I feel it makes me more empowered, and that can help you change the narrative of what's being impressed upon you from the dominant hegemonic ideology of the Western world. What represses you is this feeling of being different, and that's being bad. And pride is a mechanism internally that you probably can use or you use to lift yourself up and to feel strong, empowered, and normalized in a way where you don't feel like you need to have a phobia against yourself, I would probably say, and really find a way to empower and embrace yourself and say, you know what? Fuck that. This is how I am. Take it or leave it. That sounds empowering, right? And I would argue it is. But, and this is where I'll insert the but, pride, when you look at how it works and what mechanism it is in your ego, is where I think we need to re-examine the role of pride in our identities and how that affects how we interact with the world. And why this is so important is because right now it seems like pride has spilled over in our collective community of the ego, where now we are enforcing our ideologies on the rest of society in a way that doesn't feel completely healthy. And what I mean by this is policing. We can, as a community, I'm noticing a lot of policing around people, such as like calling people transphobes when they're not necessarily, and just labeling people as Nazis when they're not. I just came from Germany. I was living there for 2 years. I think I have a good idea of what a Nazi is, and I would say a lot of people that just get labeled as Nazis aren't exactly that. So I'm not going to talk about the politics aspect because that's not what we talk about here. We talk about personal growth and personal development. But, oh, by the way, like and subscribe. But the important part is the meta behind that. Where you come from and how you interact with the world and what you buy into. Because the scariest thing is if you do not question your own thoughts, and I'm sure at some point you have noticed that it's good to question your own thoughts. That's probably how you got here. You questioned your own assumptions and the things that were handed to you, and then you realized more about who you are, and you're on that path, so I salute you to doing that. So this is the question that I want to ask, because I feel like pride can sweep you up in this identity that your ego is very, very, very important, and that your ego is attached to your demographic. So if you are transgender, that ego is now attached to your demographic identity. You are transgender, and then you take on what the role of your identity looks like. Maybe you are left. And that's kind of a part of being transgender. Maybe you're far left. Maybe you're anarchist. Maybe that's a part of your identity for being transgender. I don't know. But I had this moment the other day where I felt pride emerge within me for who I am and how I am. And what I realized, and this is the poison, what I realized is watch when pride shows up in you and how it feels like a positive feeling, and how it attaches itself to your ego, to your sense of who you are. This is the part Because when you identify with your ego and you have a positive feeling related to something that reinforces your ego, you now have a defense mechanism that you're building around your identity and your ego. And let's just move identity to the side for a second here. Have you ever had a time where you've run into someone's ego and you've just tried to have a conversation with them about something specific and they felt attacked and then they became defensive and then you couldn't get through to them? And then the conversation spiraled out of control or just didn't end well because people got defensive, people got accusatory, people stopped listening to each other, and then you were not able to build a bridge of commonality or common understanding? I'm not talking about politics here, but you can see how that connects. I'm talking about the ego. And that's ultimately the part that we need to watch and be careful of, is how pride is about reinforcing the ego. And you need an ego, okay? The ego is not a bad thing on its own. You need a sense of self. You need a sense of who you are, right? Because if you were egoless, who would you be? You'd be no one. You'd just be a mess. You wouldn't be able to take care of yourself because you'd have no sense of who you are. But there's this balance, and this is what I'm trying to calibrate with you, is where is your balance? Where is this sense of self that's a strong identity that empowers you? But where do you draw the line so that you're not just going out and attacking people because it violates your identity? I don't think everything is a violation of my trans identity, even when someone can say something that may not be exactly aligned with how I like to see the world. But I don't go out and attack them and make it about my identity. This is kind of the identity politics thing, but I don't want to touch that because that's fucking politics, and I don't want to be a part of that. What I want you to walk away with here is to watch yourself, to be reflective of yourself, and to find a way to reinforce your sense of self, your power in yourself, and your value that you can bring to society without feeling attached to it so that you feel fucking attacked every single time someone mentions something that's about the transgender group or about the LGBT or pride group. You can be formed in who you are and you can hold on to that, but you sure as hell want to find a way to let go at times so that you can listen. How else do you build a bridge? How else do you find a connection with people when you get into this all the time? That just creates separation and disconnection, right? It kind of sounds like jacking off. We don't want to jack off each other all the time, right? Like, we want to find common bridges. We want to build community. We want to build understanding. Like, pride isn't about fighting. Pride isn't about the ego reinforcing itself and making other people conform to the way that we want them to. We should have bathrooms that allow trans people to go into whichever bathroom they feel the need to. We should have the ability to recognize people's identities and use their pronouns correctly. But, I mean, just if someone misgenders you on accident, are you going to go after them and attack them because they're attacking your identity? Do you really think that most people are going to want to purposely misgender and create anger and resentment from you? Probably not. They're just not educated. And so these are the kinds of bridges we need to build because we need to have conversations, not arguments, and not distance ourselves from the rest of the world by creating more conflict. So I want to suggest this to you as the path forward. Instead of looking at things from a pride perspective, look at things from who you are perspective. Where are you? Where do you stand and where do you find your power? Is your power in your identity? Are you attached to your identity? And are you allowing others to disempower you by being attached to your identity? Because the whole conflict is around identity. And if you have pride around your identity, that's like somehow how you rise up and fight against that. But I think the whole I'm transgender and I need pride around being transgender, and that's how I rise up against people that say no against transgender people, is not the right approach. What do you think? How would you approach that? I think the approach here is that I'm not transgender. I am a person, and I have a lot of value and things that I can do in this world that are going to change it, that are going to make it better, and that are going to impress the fuck out of you, and you. And that's what I'm proud about, because I'm transgender and I'm doing this shit and I'm doing that shit and I'm doing this shit and I'm fucking shit up because I'm the best. I'm fucking killing it, son. Yeah. That's the kind of attitude, you know, like that's what I want to identify with. I want to be identifying with all of the shit that I can do and accomplish and make the world better. That's where I'll put my ego, rather than positioning it under this petty transgender identity banner that doesn't really offer any value. What I mean by that is, like, if we all just had identities based on our demographics, I identify as a male and this is my whole life, and I identify as a female and this is my entire identity. Nah, like that's, okay, so you're a female, great. Okay, so you're a male, great. What now? What are you going to talk about? What are you going to do? This is a topic for another video, but I'll just digress for a little bit. I've talked to trans people before. Maybe you felt this, or maybe you've talked to other trans people like this. All they have to offer in the conversation is to talk about their transition. That's all they know what to talk about. That's all they know how to be, and all they know what to do. Do you know one of those people? Are you one of those people? Think about how you can enrich the world. Think about how you can have hobbies, how you can grow beyond just your demographic. That's what I just want to say. You are a fucking powerful person. Why not be fucking powerful? Why not show up and change the world? Why not be next level? We don't need to get into these petty fights around bullshit that I don't care about, that you probably don't care about. Things are important. Don't get me wrong. Being transgender, there's a lot of important shit around there. But I mean, like, there's also a bigger perspective. There's also a, hey, let's come together and work on stuff perspective. And when you think about climate change, that's probably one of the most important things that we need to work together on. And if we're bickering about identities and, you know, who lets who into the bathroom, perhaps we'll never have that conversation around what are we going to fucking do about climate change? What are we going to fucking do about carbon emissions? Why are we letting fucking rich get away with all of these things? I mean, this is a different topic, but divide and conquer. Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of the, what is that war book? Sun Tzu, The Art of War? That shit's important. I'll just leave it there. That shit's important. I'll cover that in another video. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Support me on Patreon. Buy my book. Join our Discord community. If you are trans, join us on the Discord community and join us and talk to us about the kind of stuff we're doing. I'll see you in another episode soon. Bye.